Junction Council meeting of January 7th, 2025 to order, and ask everyone to put their cell phones on silent. The invocation will be led by Councilman Nesser and the Pledge of Allegiance by Councilmember Solar.
Dear Lord, I pray for this council meeting tonight. Give we members wisdom and guidance as we discuss the agenda before us. May every decision be righteous in your sight for the benefit of our community. Give our mayor, city leaders, staff, and city council wisdom so that we may solve problems, distinguish between right and wrong, and bring order, stability, and prosperity to our community. May you give to each of us wise and discerning hearts to skillfully govern for the good of our city. Please protect our servicemen and women and bring them back to our community safe and sound. And thank you for our first responders, fire, police, and paramedics who serve and protect all citizens in our community. Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I'm going to make a quick announcement before we do the roll call. At this time, I'm going to announce that we're going to not have a call to the public tonight. It will be back in our next session on January 21st. Roll call, please.
Mayor Wilson,
Here.
Vice Mayor Schroeder,
Present.
Councilmember Cross,
Here.
Councilmember Heck,
Here.
Councilmember Johnson,
Here.
Councilmember Nesser,
Present.
Councilmember Soller.
Here.
You have a quorum, Your Honor.
Thank you. Consent agenda. As a reminder, all items under consent agenda will be approved with one motion. If a council member wishes to remove an item for further discussion, the request will be made prior to approving the consent agenda and be moved to new business. Do I have a motion for consent agenda?
Your Honor,
Yes.
I move that the consent agenda be accepted as presented.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Roll call.
Councilmember Soller,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Schroeder,
Yes.
Councilmember Nesser,
Yes.
Councilmember Cross,
Yes.
Councilmember Heck,
Yes.
Councilmember Johnson,
Yes.
Mayor Wilson.
Yes.
Motion passes.
Thank you. Awards and presentations. The oath of office and seating of our newly elected mayor and council members. Evie.
Thank you, Your Honor. So every 2 years, the city clerk has the opportunity to swear in a new mayor and some new city council members. For the benefit of the audience, taking an oath of office is not simply a ceremony. It is actually a legal requirement for all elected officials and public employees of the state of Arizona. The wording of this oath is taken directly from the state law, so the oath taken tonight by the mayor and council is very similar to that taken by our state governor and members of the legislature. I will begin this process by swearing in Mayor-elect Wilson and then continue with swearing in of each council-elect member in alphabetical order. As I complete each oath, I will present the members with their certificate of election, which is also a requirement of state law. After all the oaths have been completed and you are all seated in your seats, I will make a brief announcement prior to the council continuing with tonight's meeting. So I will ask Mayor Wilson to join me at the podium, please. Please raise your right hand. Repeat after me. I, Chip Wilson,
I, Chip Wilson,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution and laws of the state of Arizona
and the Constitution and laws of the state of Arizona
and the ordinances of the city of Apache Junction,
and the ordinances of the city of Apache Junction.
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same
I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same
and defend them against all enemies,
and defend them against all enemies,
foreign or domestic,
foreign or domestic,
and that I will faithfully and impartially
and I will faithfully and impartially
discharge the duties
discharge the duties
of the office of mayor
of the office of mayor
according to the best of my ability,
according to the best of my ability,
so help me God.
so help me God.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. I think I'll stay there. Mr. Heck.
What a heck of a guy. Heck of a choice.
The heck you say?
Heck of a good choice. Heck of a good choice.
Hey, that's a good one. I never heard that.
I have to admit, that was pretty good though.
The heck you say?
Okay, raise your right hand, repeat after me. I, Peter Heck,
I, Peter Heck,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution and laws
and the Constitution and laws
of the state of Arizona
of the state of Arizona
and the ordinances of the city of Apache Junction,
and the ordinances of the city of Apache Junction,
that I will bear true faith
that I will bear true faith
and allegiance to the same
and allegiance to the same
and defend them against all enemies,
and defend them against all enemies,
foreign or domestic,
foreign or domestic,
and that I will faithfully and impartially
and that I will faithfully and impartially
discharge the duties
discharge the duties
of the office of council member
of the office of council member
according to the best of my ability,
according to the best of my ability,
so help me God.
so help me God.
Congratulations. You're welcome. I don't know how far I can come with this mic.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Congratulations.
Come on, Rob, you should get all the photos. Oh, I forgot to change these. Council?
I haven't had to shake hands this month in a long time.
I got sanitizer right here.
Ms. Johnson? Please raise your right hand, repeat after me. I, Bambi Johnson,
I, Bambi Johnson,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution and laws
and the Constitution and laws
of the state of Arizona
of the state of Arizona
and the ordinances of the city of Apache Junction,
and the ordinances of the city of Apache Junction,
that I will bear true faith
that I will bear true faith
and allegiance to the same
and allegiance to the same
and defend them against all enemies,
and defend them against all enemies,
foreign or domestic,
foreign or domestic,
and that I will faithfully and impartially
and that I will faithfully and impartially
discharge the duties
discharge the duties
of the office of council member
of the office of council member
according to the best of my ability,
according to the best of my abilities,
so help me God.
so help me God.
Congratulations. Maybe I can hold it down here. All right, here you go. Ms. Nesser. Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, Tess Nesser,
I, Tess Nesser,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I support the Constitution of the United States
that I support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution
and the Constitution
and laws of the state of Arizona
and laws of the state of Arizona
and the ordinances of the city of Apache Junction,
and ordinances of the city of Apache Junction,
that I will bear true faith
that I will bear true faith
and
faith
allegiance to the
and
same,
allegiance to the same,
and defend them against all enemies,
and defend them against all enemies,
foreign or domestic,
foreign or domestic,
and that I will faithfully and impartially
and I will faithfully and impartially
discharge the duties
discharge the duties
of the office of council member
of the office of council member
according to the best of my ability,
according to the best of my ability,
so help me God.
so help me God.
Congratulations. Do you want to shake hands or you want to hug?
Yeah. We can do both.
Did you get it? Okay, all right.
Sorry.
Your Honor, the oaths of the office have been completed, fulfilling the obligations of state law and city code. Therefore, council may now continue with this evening's business on the agenda.
Thank you. Before I move to the next agenda item, regional intergovernment updates, I would ask our newly elected council members if they'd like a moment to say a few words and recognize family and friends who are present or watching them home on tonight.
Well, I would like to recognize my husband, Jim Johnson. He very rarely makes it to these kind of things, and I truly appreciate his support by being here. Jim, if you'd stand. Thank you for supporting me. I've always been supportive of him, and now I have him here to support me too. I really appreciate that very, very much.
I would like to take the opportunity to thank the voters of the city that believed in me enough that they chose to vote for me, and I appreciate that, and I'm grateful for their support, and I will do my very best to honor their vote and to honor this city by doing my very best. It is an honor for me to serve this city in this capacity. It really is, and I'm grateful that the voters saw the same way. Unfortunately, my wife could not be here this evening, but you know, there's that old adage of behind every good man is a woman rolling her eyes. That kind of says it all, I think. But I would like to take the opportunity. One of the members of our AJ Mounted Rangers, with whom I'm associated, she's here tonight to represent the Mounted Rangers, and I appreciate that. So thank you, Jerry.
Tess?
Well, I too would like to thank the voters of Apache Junction. 4 years ago, they placed their faith and trust in me and voted me into office. And now for a second term, I really appreciate that. It makes me proud of my community, proud of myself, and just feel good that people think that I can do a good job, which is what I will do. That's why I ran. I'm here everybody knows I'm here just to help the community. I'm not a, as I've always told everybody, I'm not a politician. We fix potholes. And I'm getting pretty good at fixing potholes, so I'm here for my community. I don't have anyone here because, I'll be honest with you, I didn't even tell anybody I was getting sworn in tonight. I don't know if any of my family members even know I'm here doing this, but it doesn't mean they're not supporting me, and it doesn't mean that I didn't take this seriously. I'm just here to do my job, and that's what I'll be here for. So thank you very much for everybody for your vote. Thank you.
Your Honor.
Yes.
Sorry, I didn't get a chance because I thought that we were only allowed to talk about or who we brought with us. I would like to appreciate all the people who voted for me, and I cannot tell you how it felt to feel legitimate after the election. When you come in and you've been chosen out of interviews, it's not the same. Going out and talking to the constituents and actually earning the vote is so much different, and I cannot tell you how much I appreciate the support I have gotten all around town. Thank you.
And I would like to close this all off with, basically, in the sense that I myself would like to say thank you to the voters for giving me the opportunity to continue on for one more two-year session. And I have promised my wife, this is it, that we're going to, quote, retire, whatever that means, in future. And of course, I have opportunity that my grandson is here watching this tonight, first time he's seen me, and my son and my wife of 54 years.
Woohoo.
So thank you all for your support.
Your Honor,
Yes,
may I say something?
I think so.
Okay. I think this is worth noting. So,
God bless.
God bless you. I would say for the last 6 or 8 years, there has been an asterisk on mayor and council. Whether many years ago, I don't know if you guys remember this, but there were some council members that got their term extended an extra year because they went from the odd voting years to only the even voting years. And then we've had members resign, and we've had empty seats, and then we've had appointed members. As of tonight, we have a fully functioning, duly elected mayor and council sitting before you. And I also want to point out that we have 2 members here that are in midterm, and then we have the 2 newly elected members here that when they were appointed well over a year ago, they might as well be in their midterm. So in other words, there are no freshmen here any longer. And we are ready to hit the ground running. And we've all went through the test of experience, and I can't wait to see what this council does over the next couple of years.
Thank you. Regional intergovernment agreement updates from the council. Anyone have anything? No. I'm going to make a brief, I'll say, statement concerning that. Today, I went and had the opportunity to go into the state capitol and talking to a couple of our legislators. I've been doing that now for past few weeks in trying to talk to them and to express, what our, as a community, what our goals are and what we are trying to do and accomplish. And it is something that, has been an awakening as to what their thoughts and their, I'll say, ideas are. And so we're kind of working very hard on that in the aspect of, I'll say, educating. One of the other things that I did, which some of the council members have seen, is all these wonderful, and I say wonderful sarcastically, campaign signs that we've seen up in and around the entire community. We took my pickup truck just loaded. Oh, there it is, yes. Completely loaded with these signs. And took them over to, it's under the university, ASU, and they're going to make us a park bench out of them. They'll chop them all up into tiny little grains of, I'll say plastic, whatever, and turn around and make us a park bench, which I contributed several to, and of course, some of our other people that have been running for office as well were able to contribute to them. And it was over almost 4 foot in height wise. It was 3.5 foot tall pile. That sign is leaning up against more signs behind it as well. So you can see how tall it was. And yes, we got them over there without losing one. So actually, campaign signs can actually do some good. So, thank you. City Manager's report.
Thank you, Your Honor. Bryant Powell, City Manager, and congratulate you all for coming in and getting going. I look forward to working with you. Tonight, I wanted to highlight an area of the operation of the city visually, and it won't be a surprise to you, but it would be good to share with the community a huge year in 2024 with single-family home permits. And this chart shows in orange, yellow there, just kind of the steadiness of other permits. It's all types of permits that are not categorized connected to single-family residential. And in 2022, the really light blue color there, you see a very smaller number there, and I'll show it in another chart, and then the significant changes over the last 2 years happening. In any operation, you would see a change of 25% year to year. So if you had 100 and you went to 125 in single-family home permits, you would see a 25% increase, and you would think, oh, wow, that's a big jump. To help understand the jump or the change that's happened in development services, I wanted to show the pie chart and show the numbers of 67 single-family home permits in 2022, and it jumped to 935 in 2023 to 1,655, which we expect the number to be right around that, maybe a little more as we go for the next 8 years or so in the city. That equates to a number of 1,300% increase. And so that's a huge, huge change that's happened in the Development Services Department. Just wanted to bring that to the public's knowledge that they're taking on so many more permits and doing a good job of just managing that workload. We've had a tremendous amount of change in that world. And so not something that maybe has surprised you, but I wanted to show in a bar graph just the kind of numbers that we're seeing in that area of the operation. Other than that, just again, congratulations. This is a great night for Apache Junction, and I want to turn the time over to Eli to share one little upcoming current event.
Good evening, Mayor, City Council. As Bryant mentioned, just one thing to mention tonight, and that is the small service that our city offers for Christmas tree, holiday tree drop-off. 2 locations here in the city, and also Pinal County sponsors several locations. So it's a free service that we do. There are fire risks for dried out trees in homes, as well as just trying to make it easy for our residents and hoping that we don't see any trees end up on the side of the road or highway in Apache Junction. So help spread the word about this service and opportunity. It will last until January 31st, and that's it for this week. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Excuse me. Presentation, discussion of draft ordinance number 1561, draft ordinance and draft ordinance number 1562. Matt.
Yes, thank you, Mayor and City Council. About 60 days ago, you all gave direction to city staff to bring forward ordinances for you to review and consider regarding the 2 incremental taxes of 0.2%, one for the road tax or streets and road repairs and maintenance, and the other for the maintenance of the public safety pension. We have put together those ordinances. Shortly after that November 5th date, we posted, according to state law, the fees for 60 days. So the public knew that you were considering this, as well as a notice to the public of a public hearing for these on January 21st. So we wanted you to have ample time to review these documents. They're fairly straightforward. They're amending the tax code as you requested us to draft them. And really, there's not much more than that to say tonight, unless you have specific questions for staff about these. It'll be a public hearing on January 21st. Other than that, we're prepared for any questions. Bryant?
Yeah, I just wanted to mention that tonight's goal only is to make sure that you know that the staff and the mechanism to get these in place has to go through that process, and that you're aware that it's been doing that and it's out there, and that in 2 weeks, we'll be back and there'll be a public hearing on it. So no action to do, just keeping you posted.
Any questions? Seeing none? Okay, new business, presentation, discussion, consideration on renewal contract with Pinal County Technological Consortium Operations. Pam.
Good evening, Mayor, Vice Mayor, members of council. Pam Harrison, Library Director. And I bring into you tonight your consideration for continuing our renewal of contract agreement with the Pinal County Technology Consortium. So this consortium was created by the Pinal County School Office Education Service Agency, also known as the Pinal County Superintendent's Office, to provide affordable telecommunications and information services to Pinal County schools and libraries. It utilizes the federal E-rate program, which is also known as the School and Library Program. It offers substantial discounts on telecommunications and internet access to eligible U.S. schools and public libraries, which we are one. Back in 2019, the previous library director signed a letter of agency with the consortium, and it is now requiring a renewal of that letter of agency, this time for an 11-year term, and to be signed by the mayor with your approval. Our consortium membership gives us an 83% discount rate on telecommunications. That gives us up to 10 gigabytes per second interface speed, which is really fast. I wish Doug was here to tell you how fast it was. But our total monthly subsidized cost using this consortium in the E-rate program gives us $176.91 is what we pay monthly to get this fast speed of internet through this consortium. And I welcome any questions that you have, but recommending that we continue our participation in this consortium and authorize the mayor's signature on the letter of agency. This would be from funding years 2024 through 2035.
Any questions or comments? Yes?
Pam, do you have, off the top of your head, any figure, a ballpark figure, what it would cost us if we did not enter into this agreement? How much more would we have to be paying out to get the same kind of service?
The IT department does have also service with the same internet service provider, it's Zayo. They get 10 gigabytes of speed, but our water district gets 1 gigabyte. And just for 1 gigabyte speed, they're paying $1,100 a month. So that's where the 83% savings is coming to come out to that approximate $176 cost.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay. Do I have a motion?
Mayor,
Yes.
I move that the renewal of the contract agreement between Pinal County Technologies Consortium Operations be approved.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Roll call?
Councilmember Nusser,
Yes.
Councilmember Johnson,
Yes.
Councilmember Cross,
Yes.
Councilmember Heck,
Yes.
Councilmember Soller,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Schroeder,
Yes.
Mayor Walker.
Yes.
Unanimous, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Consideration and nomination of selection for vice mayor as required by city code. Evie.
Your Honor, per our city code, the council shall select one of its members as vice mayor. The vice mayor shall perform the duties of the mayor during that absence. The selection process for vice mayor follows the Robert Rules of Order by using a nomination process. A council member seeks recognition by the mayor to make a nomination. The nomination does not require a second. It is possible to have more than one nomination. However, the first name nominated is the first name for the vote once the nominations are closed. If that nomination fails to achieve a majority vote by council, I move on to the second name nominated and so forth. Once there is a majority vote, the process is complete.
Okay. Do I have a motion? Well, I'm going to make, excuse me. Do I have a motion to open nominations for the office of vice mayor?
Mayor, I make a motion that we open nominations for the office of vice mayor.
Second?
Moved and seconded. Roll call.
Councilmember Soller,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Schroeder,
Yes.
Councilmember Nesser,
Yes.
Councilmember Cross,
Yes.
Councilmember Heck,
Yes.
Councilmember Johnson,
Yes.
Mayor Wilson,
Yes.
unanimous.
Nominations?
Mayor,
Brian?
it's my honor and privilege to nominate our past vice mayor and hopefully current vice mayor, Rob Schroeder, for the position of vice mayor.
Are there any other nominations? Are there any other nominations? Are there any other nominations? Do I have a motion to close nominations?
Mayor?
So moved.
Oop. Go ahead, Peter.
So moved.
Seconded.
Second.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilmember Soller,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Schroeder,
Yes.
Councilmember Nesser,
Yes.
Councilmember Cross,
Yes.
Councilmember Heck,
Yes.
Councilmember Johnson,
Yes.
Mayor Wilson,
Yes.
motion passes.
Yeehaw.
Yeah,
Okay.
so that was the nomination and for the nomination of Vice Mayor Schroeder. And now we'll need to have a motion to close the nominations.
Okay. Do I have a motion to close the nominations?
Thought we just did.
We did that.
We just did that, did we not?
I moved
Yeah, we did the close.
Closure and voted.
that, right? Okay.
Peter brought it up and they seconded it. Isn't that not closed?
Evie, I think under the last deal there that we should have said, I move that Robert Schroeder be seated as vice mayor.
Yes.
Okay.
And I didn't actually
I
hear
make that motion.
Councilmember Soller.
Yeah.
Oh, you did?
I know, I'm making it
You
now.
are, okay.
So there's the motion right
We'll
there.
do it
Okay.
again.
And a second?
Second.
Okay. Now I need a roll call on that one.
Councilmember Soller,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Schroeder,
Yes.
Councilmember Nesser.
Yes.
Councilmember Cross,
Yes.
Councilmember Heck,
Yes.
Councilmember Johnson,
Yes.
Mayor Wilson,
Yes.
motion passes as Vice Mayor being.
Guys, I want to thank every one of you guys. This means a lot to me. It really does that you put your trust in me in this, and I'll try not to let you down. Thank you.
Okay. Designating acting mayor. Call on Evie.
Again, thank you, Your Honor. In accordance with the Apache Junction City Code, Section 2-2-3, Acting Mayor, the City Council is required to designate one of its members to serve as acting mayor during the absence or disability of both the mayor and the vice mayor. The acting mayor has the power, duty, and responsibility of the mayor and would be able to conduct meetings and act in the event of emergency situations during those absences. So this is a direct motion and a second. It is not the nomination process that we just did for vice mayor.
Your Honor,
Yes.
I move that Darrell Cross be nominated for designating of acting mayor.
Okay.
I'll
Roll-
second.
Moved and seconded. Roll call.
Councilmember Cross,
Yes.
Councilmember Soller,
Yes.
Councilmember Heck,
Yes.
Councilmember Johnson,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Schroeder,
Yes.
Councilmember Nesser,
Yes.
Mayor Wilson.
Yes.
Motion passes.
Consideration and designation of city clerk check signatories. City checks require the signature of a council member in addition to that of the city clerk. Evie.
The designation of city council check signatories occurs each time we have a new council. It is a requirement by our city auditors and the bank that handles all of the city funding. Traditionally, these signatories have been the mayor and vice mayor, but that is not statutory. As part of the statute, the city clerk is the third signatory as the city's ex officio treasurer if needed. When making the motion, again, this is just making a motion and a second, not a nomination process. When making that motion, it is necessary to use the elected official title of mayor and council member. In the case that you would vote vice mayor as the second signatory, he does need to be referenced, as council member, because that is what his position was voted in as.
Mayor,
Yes.
I move that Mayor Chip Wilson and Councilmember Robert Schroeder be designated as the city clerk's signatures in addition to the city clerk.
Second?
Moved and seconded, roll call?
Vice Mayor Schroeder,
Yes.
Councilmember Nesser,
Yes.
Councilmember Heck,
Yes.
Councilmember Soler,
Yes.
Councilmember Johnson,
Yes.
Councilmember Cross,
Yes.
and Mayor Wilson.
Yes.
Motion passes
My hand is
unanimously.
warmed up for signatures.
Their autographs, Chip.
Yes. Okay. We're calling this evening's meeting kind of quickly, so we don't have a direction to staff, selection of meeting dates. It's going to be the 21st is our next meeting. And again, I said no public meeting, no public call to the public tonight. So I adjourn tonight's meeting. Thank you.
Mr. Mayor, if we can get the